I pray for the day where I can come on here and tell you that the Nancy Guthrie case has been solved. We know exactly who took her. We know exactly if she's alive or not. But today is not that day. It is day 24, and we have live breaking news. Savannah Guthrie, the daughter to missing 84-year-old Nancy Guthrie, has posted a brand new video and announced that she is offering $1 million as a reward for any information that could lead to the discovery of her mother. I also have some more information from the Pima County Sheriff's Office, which is peculiar to say the least. And then I've got some images that I want to share with you of the suspect and a little bit more. So stick around for that. But first, check out this brand new video from Savannah Guthrie. This is emotional. It's heartfelt. It's tragic. Here it is.
Hi there. I'm coming on to say it is day 24 since our mom was taken in the dark of night from her bed. And every hour and minute and second and every long night has been agony since then of worrying about her and fearing for her and aching for her. And most of all, just missing her, We know that millions of you have been praying. So many people have been praying of every faith and no faith at all, praying for her return. And we feel those prayers. Please keep praying without ceasing. We still believe. We still believe in a miracle. We still believe that she can come home. Hope against hope. As my sister says, we are blowing on the embers of hope. We also know that she may be lost. She may already be gone. She may have already gone home to the Lord that she loves and is dancing in heaven with her mom and her dad and with her beloved brother Pierce and with our daddy. And if this is what is to be, then we will accept it. But we need to know where she is. We need her to come home. For that reason, we are offering a family reward of up to $1 million for any information that leads us to her recovery. All of the information about this reward and the details is in the caption below. You can call the 1-800 tip line. You can be anonymous if you want. Someone out there knows something that can bring her home. Somebody knows. And we are begging you to please come forward now. We also know that we are not alone in our loss. We know there are millions of families that have suffered with this kind of uncertainty. And for that reason today, we also are donating $500,000 to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children for their work in helping families who are coping with loss and actively looking for those who are lost. We are hoping that the attention that has been given to our mom and our family will extend to all the families like ours who are in need and need prayers and need support. So please, if you hear this message, if you've been waiting and you haven't been sure, let this be your sign to please come forward, tell what you know, and help us bring our beloved mom home so that we can either celebrate a glorious, miraculous homecoming or celebrate the beautiful, brave, and courageous and noble life that she has lived. Please be the light in the dark. Thank you.
That video was posted earlier today on Savannah Guthrie's Instagram. I am going to give you my most educated guess as to who I think is responsible for all of this. I've been covering this case since day one. I've looked at all the different quote unquote suspects. I've looked into the family. I've looked into her sister and her sister's husband, her brother-in-law. When I say her, I mean Savannah Guthrie. And I think, putting this composite together, I'm going to give you my best educated guess as to who I think is the actual culprit, what their intentions were. Was this some sort of conspiracy involving multiple people, and a whole lot more? Again, this is just my assessment, but I'm going to share that with you in just a second. But first, Savannah shared that she and her family are now offering this reward, right, for $1 million. You can call this tip line and she said this, quote, you can call the 1-800 tip line that you see on the screen right now. You can be anonymous if you want. Again, she says, quote, someone out there knows something that can bring her home. Somebody knows, and we are begging you to please come forward now. This video was also broadcast on Tuesday's episode of the Today Show. And some of her coworkers had a pretty raw, emotional response to it. Craig Melvin said, quote, our beloved friend and colleague, Savannah Guthrie, they're just posting that video on social media saying they still believe in a miracle, and the family now offering $1 million reward for any information that leads to the return of Nancy Guthrie. Hoda Kotb, who's been filling in for Savannah, added, quote, I think living in this uncertainty is agonizing. And it's a plea for anybody because somebody does know something. Nancy, just a quick recap, was last seen January 31st when she was dropped off at her Tucson home by her daughter Annie and her son-in-law Tommaso Cioni after a daily dinner. The following morning, authorities were notified that she was missing when she didn't attend a church service. During the investigation, authorities found a trail of blood. Earlier this month, the FBI released horrifying home security camera photos, which I've shared with you. In the video and photos, the man stood on Nancy's front porch wearing several gloves, and he tampered with the door camera. Several people were detained, but were released. There was no press conference from Pima County. Investigators found gloves appearing to match the ones worn by the suspect. And there were multiple gloves. The DNA did not match. They sent it to a Florida lab, and that DNA did not match. All of Nancy's children and their spouses have been cleared as suspects in her disappearance. This is kind of sad. I mean, very sad, obviously. Due to Nancy's abduction, Savannah reportedly may never return to working at the Today Show. That's according to the New York Post. Here is a statement from Pima County that I'd like to share with you. We are aware that this was just posted today. We are aware that doorbell images released earlier in the investigation depict a suspect in different stages of attire, including with and without a backpack. There is no date or timestamp associated with these images. Therefore, any suggestion that the photographs were taken on different days is purely speculative. This remains an active and ongoing criminal investigation. As with any investigation, conclusions will be guided by verifiable evidence and established facts. Speculation without factual support does not advance the investigative process. Chris Nanos, sheriff. So here are the two kind of contrasting images where it even looks like they're wearing different attire. One is, obviously, you can see there's no backpack on that image there, whereas here you can clearly see the straps on the shoulders with those reflectors. Okay, so this is what I think. So there's all these different ring camera footages, some coming from neighbors, some coming from the actual ring camera from Nancy Guthrie's home. Remember, the doorbell camera was disconnected, and then the FBI, with the help of Kash Patel, the director, were able to go through back channels from Google and retrieve video. And there's even been a bunch of different suspects. One, the world's greatest sketch artist, drew a composite, which I did an entire, by the way, I have an entire playlist. Everything that I'm saying here, just out of redundancy, I don't want to keep going back to clips and images, etc. But if you want to get caught up on everything, Nez, what are you talking about? World's greatest sketch artist. What are you talking about? Multiple ring camera. What are you talking about? Multiple suspects. I have an entire playlist. I will put it at the end card at the end of this video, but also I'll put it in the pinned comment and in the show notes and description down below. You can watch it like a Netflix bingeable series. I highly recommend if you're just joining us and you're like, what in the world is going on? But here's, so having said all of that, I'm going to show you a clip of the individual. And if you look carefully at his face when he turns around, and I zoom in on this and I'll pause the video, I think this is the guy that's more likely the individual who is responsible. And I don't think that this is as mystifying, as conspiratorial as it may seem. You know, Harvey Levin from TMZ and all these ransom notes, I think it's a bunch of BS. I think Harvey Levin deserves to be prosecuted. He's also in the Epstein files, by the way. I think he exercises an egregious clickbait engagement farm just for clicks and for profit. And he's been nothing but a blockade, I think, an obstacle to the truth in this entire Nancy Guthrie case. That's just my opinion. I'd love to get your thoughts on this as well. But I think clarity is needed here. And I'm going to show you this video and I'm going to zoom in on the face. But before I do, I have to share this. Speaking of clarity, one of the most perplexing, maybe even fraud-embedded institutions in our country is Medicare. I know so many people who have no idea how to navigate this. It's so difficult. It's bureaucratic. It's a red tape nightmare, which is why I've partnered with Chapter. Chapter is the best, independent, unbiased. They're not salesmen. They can even, with this free call, if you call them right now, they can even tell you, hey man, you're on the best program. You have the best doctor. It's literally like getting free expert advice. There's no pressure, nothing at all. It's a simple free phone call. They have helped scores of our listeners. One viewer said it was the best Medicare call I've ever been on. No broker fees, just good, honest information. Another one of our viewers here, Teresa, said, Nez, I called Chapter and I can't believe this, but I just got off the phone and I'm able to save over $1,000 a year. Thank you, Professor Nez. So that's why I've partnered with these guys. Call them right now. I highly recommend this. 656-218-0931. They will help you and tell you exactly what's going on. And again, it's all about clarity. They will help you achieve clarity and they won't sell you anything. Call 656-218-0931. I'll also put the number and link. You can also go to askchapter.org/Nez if you'd like to. If you're sitting at home on your computer, tablet, or phone, or what have you, I'll put all of that information in the pinned comment as well as the show notes and description down below. Again, that number is 656-218-0931. Call them right now, start saving, and tell them Professor Nez says hello. Okay, so there's two images, right? There's an image at the bottom of your screen which shows all these different various screenshots. The one in the middle is the actual sketch that the world's greatest sketch artist did a composite of based on all the information. But this is what I want you to watch. The video at the top. This was one of those videos that came out weeks into the case. And this was an individual. If you just look at the face right here, I'll play it multiple times, don't worry. This was an individual who was caught at another neighbor's home, seemingly it's kind of like has the same exact sort of movements and startled confusion when they see the doorbell camera. This was late in the evening, in the middle of the evening, just a couple of miles from Nancy Guthrie's home weeks earlier before she was abducted. And I think this right here, if you look at the eyes, the mustache right there, if you look at that right there, whoever this individual is, I don't think it was a big abduction. I don't think it was a big hullabaloo. I think this was just a burglary gone massively, tragically wrong. And this individual, again, look at his face versus the other images at the bottom of your screen. And you can see through the ski mask, the whisks of facial hair, the eyes, the eyeliner, everything to me matches up to that individual, whoever that is. And it's quite tragically a shame that Pima County, in the year of our Lord 2026, there's a lot of talk that there's infighting with the FBI, that Sheriff Nanos did not want to cooperate with the FBI. He was caught at a basketball game that a lot of people sensed was a dereliction of duty. Maybe he wasn't understanding the urgency and the severity of this kidnapping. He was taking it too lightly, perhaps. He hasn't had a press conference in over 3 weeks, a month practically. He had 2 or 3 in the beginning. I think that Pima County is responsible for this. I think it's sad. I think it's a shame. And again, this is just my very own personal opinion, having covered this case for since the beginning. I think this individual is the person. I think it's a simple home invasion, robbery, slash, mugging, etc. And I don't think there's any conspiracy. I don't think there's a bunch of people involved. And now Nancy Guthrie's family is offering $1 million in reward. I think that's the guy. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Again, if you want to check out the entire playlist covering this case from day one, all the different dissections, analyzing, and probing, please do so. Please tap that thumbs up if you love America. Your boy Nez will always keep you in the loop, and I will give you the latest scoop on all of this stuff. I'm hoping to God, everybody pray right now, that the next video wraps up and buttons this case once and for all. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. I love reading your comments. Here, right here, if you look right here at this top right here, this is the playlist. Go click on that right now and check it out. Tap my face right here to subscribe and follow. It doesn't cost you a thing. And as always, may God bless you, and may God bless the USA and all who defend her. I'll see you soon.